on an idea that we had, which was that when you have a stroke, your brain is somehow, in some way, taken apart, and some connections have gone, and that then you are trying to put it back together in some way, and possibly you won't be able to put it back together exactly as it was, but you will be able to put it back together in some other way. And so, in a rather obvious way, we decided instead of doing that to the brain, we'd do that to a clarinet. So then, we now think about taking the instrument apart and seeing what that sounds like.
What was in our heads, I think, was the deconstruction rather than anything else. You know, we're deconstructing the clarinet.
And some of the notes just kind of bend themselves in weird ways and don't really quite sound like they normally do. It's not an easy listen. It's strange, but it has the components that we've talked about, and that's almost all that's gone into it. And then Liz comes in, and then I've started to kind of put the stuff together. I think it raises an interesting question about what we're doing here, because a lot of what we've done, for instance, if you think about the song "The Broken Road," it's very uplifting, I think, and that's a very beautiful aspect of what we've been doing. 1, 2.
We come to a gate.
1, 2.
We open the gate, there's another gate. We come to a gate.
1, 2.
We open the gate, there's another gate. We come to a gate. We open the gate, there's another gate. You come to a gate.
The question is, if we're making something together, it can all be upbeat and look how far we've come and look what, as we've been talking about, look where I've come to, look what I've done, look at the journeys I've made. But for that to be meaningful, perhaps we have to enter into the place that we've come from so that people can see where you've travelled.
We're going home.
What people say to me, has it affected my brain? The think wasn't there, said Anne. Who am I? Where am I? What have I? What's happening? What's happened to me? We have to have that place, as well as the joy of our survival and our enduring love of life. Because if we just have one, it's empty without the other. I think nobody wants to be in that place which that music is telling us about. It's a very disturbing place.
I think it is also honouring the losses, because the losses are immense. People use the word haunting music, haunting things very loosely. But if you want to know what it's like to be in a locked room with your dismantled self, or the ghost of yourself, that to me is it.
I hate it. I know why, I can't see. Ugh, I hate the name. It's really boring me, I don't know why. You love it, but I don't like it, I don't know why, I'm sorry.
I think when we hear the clarinet, we hear the beautiful melody at the beginning, and I can cope with a certain amount of that falling apart, and I get it. And then I think it enters very difficult territory. I think it made me feel kind of angry and confused and bewildered as well.
It may not be honouring, but by God, it felt truthful.
Yeah.
I know that is how the world sounds to Kim half the time. He's looking and thinking, I know I speak this language, what the hell are they saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So the brutality of it is not, well, I don't know where honour fits with the brutality.
But it was brutal.
And I think that maybe it's just too much. Maybe it needs some lighter stuff.
We will do that later.
Yes, of course, I'm saying.
We were there.
No, exactly.
And that's why you're angry, because we were there. And you don't want to be reminded of it.
Can he contain that reality? Yeah, that is the question. That is a question, and I don't know that. I suspect not, actually.
That without necessarily intending to, we got into some brutal territory, and that may or may not be a good thing.
That sense, I think you should have a stroke survivor, because there are things that maybe we won't want to see, but how much we can push. This reminds me of soldiers go to war, and would they come back and they have, what's it called? Yeah, we have that. Yeah. Yeah, we go back to it, and that took us back to it. But you know, every time you get better and better.
I heard what they were when she was playing. That was a little bit, but the other noise I didn't get at all. Thank you.
We weren't understood. That's the idea.
I was, well, I was happy with the entry, the tune entry, and then I just couldn't make anything out of the rest of it. Just that it was disturbing. I didn't like it, and I couldn't understand any of the speech at all.
The very last little tune is Sarah playing on a clarinet which has just had one little tiny bit of the action, the key taken out. Just one key.
Made a huge difference. Just one key.
Huge difference to the sound.
It's the E flat key, this one here. Completely changed the whole tune.